Welcome to Online Forever Podcast. If you're new here, we love you.
Yeah.
And
if you're old here, so are we.
Leave us a comment, leave us a like, and head on over to the Patreon if you want to wear us on your body or get some exclusive content that you can't find anywhere else.
We would never post that stuff anywhere besides Patreon.
No, it's horrifying.
Yeah.
If you want to look at a garbage fire.
Are you sure you want to post that? It's gonna be online forever.
Just had a breakup a couple days ago. A breakup with someone that you didn't fall in love with is so weird because I don't think I've ever had that before. I don't know if I've gone through a breakup where I hadn't fallen in love with the person.
I don't know if I've ever truly been in love with anyone, though.
That's my number one topic here. Concept of love is what I wrote down. What is it? What is love? And like the difference between loving someone and being in love, that's where it gets really hairy. When the breakup happens and you start thinking about the times.
Not the thinking.
Right.
You don't deserve that.
I don't. And I'm trying to make it stop. And it's kind of like.
It won't.
It kind of won't. When you're asking your friends, do you think I should break up with this person? You got to break up with them within 30 minutes of asking your friends that. Because what I did.
It's a code red.
That's a code red. The sirens are blaring. And you got to squash it. We went to a friend's potluck recently.
That was an interesting night.
That was a very interesting night. And I brought this person with me, and
Nail in the coffin.
It was the nail in the coffin. It was a nail in the coffin. I said, please don't do any bits.
Which, if you have to say that, just imagine how many bits are being done. You know?
Right.
Dare I say constant?
And looking back on a lot of things, right? I feel like ouch. I feel like he was dating me for the material, like to do material about me.
Have you talked to him about that? Because from me personally, I literally want to message him and be like, were you dating her just for the material? Why don't you tell me, bitch, that you were? Because I fucking know you were.
Because I feel like he wanted to go to the potluck because, like, okay, yeah, it's at Lena Paul's house. Like, now he gets to go and say that he went to Lena Paul's house. Like, I think that was a part of it. And, like, almost immediately when we started dating, he was doing material about me doing on stage. Bombing. Like, not doing the jokes well. And I was immediately like, that's not... I'm all for him talking about me on stage, talking about me doing... And, like, that wasn't the boundary. It was, like, the way he was doing it. It was, like, all putting me down in a way, you know? And I was talking to my friend from improv yesterday who is also a comic and, like, knows him. And she was like, yeah, you know, like, I told a couple of my friends, like, oh, blank blank's girlfriend is in my improv class. And they all responded the same way with, oh, the star? Oh, the girl that did.
So he at every mic is talking about this? Someone asked him about his girlfriend. He's like, oh, yeah, she's a porn. Like,
I don't think anyone asked. I think, hey, I have a girlfriend now, and she did porn. It's like, you know, I've been running away from, like, the straight white guy from New England for the last decade. Let's try it out. What am I running away from? Am I running away from true love? No. Nope.
It's back to the Latinos.
It's back to the Latinos.
I'm just kidding. I will never go back to the Latinos. Ever! Respectfully. Love you guys as friends.
Damn, Johnny One really did that.
Ew, he was barely even Latino. He was like Spanish Italian, but like honorary Latino. Okay.
Wait, yeah, he's not a Latino at all. I thought he was.
He is, I guess. No, but he is an LA native, I think. I don't know. I think everything he said to me was a lie, potentially, so I really am not sure.
Oh.
I think that we just need to work hard to go into relationships without preconceived notions. You know, that's huge.
It's huge. I've never done that before.
Well, it's so hard.
It's hard
to really pay attention to someone as they are, because we have so many cultural scripts in our head about dating and about men and about ourselves. And we have expectations and desires, and I'm like, what would it be? And it's very Buddhist, but it's just like, how can we let all of that wash away and just really take someone as they are and keep it casual, keep it light, keep it free, and just like slow it down. That's vague perhaps, but that's kind of where I'm at with relationships. That's like my aspiration. But I know that mindset is coming in part from being free from relationships right now and having I got my 3-month chip the other day.
Hey!
Haven't had sex in a while, and I'm seeing things clearly, but I know myself well enough to know that when I have sex, that little thing inside my head is going to start spinning around and spinning and spinning. Is going to be like, when are we having babies? When are we getting a house? And it's like, how do I let that part of me just exist? How do I push it away a little longer? I think it's probably from just taking things slow, not having sex early on, which is hard. I don't know. What do you think about that?
I wish I didn't have sex with this last one so soon, and I wish that I listened to, like, when they show you who they are, eyes wide open. When they tell you who they are,
which they always do.
They do.
They always
do. The amount of times this guy was like, I'm a child.
Right.
I'm a baby. To the point where 2 different times I had to be like, can you stop saying that you're a baby?
He's like,
it's
I
not
can't
really.
stop.
He would literally. The amount of times I literally heard him say goo goo gaga. And that's the cringeworthy memories that are coming through. And then me being like, I don't like that. And then he like starts making.
They're not going to change.
Chimpanzee noises. Literally.
No, that I love.
That was one of my favorite things about him.
You can't change an adult. In no way, shape, or form can you change an adult. And you shouldn't date someone for potential. And those things are hard to do in the moment and remember in the moment.
If there's one thing about women, we will see the best in you, even if it's completely made up in our minds.
Yeah, which it is.
Yeah. Don't know what love is. In my mind, if I had to define love in general, like the love I feel for you, the love I feel for my family, the love I feel for you, it would be, I can't live without you. No? Just like unconditional.
It would be suppressed homosexuality. It would be an erotic nature that I
Whoa.
The love I feel for you, I'm not even joking right now, is so profound. And I'm literally, wow, I just got such a big wave of emotion.
Bro, I'm starting to cry.
Oh, yeah. I saw this video the other day that was talking about like how having a like real best friend makes it like so much easier to date, because you like have someone who's just like really showing you real love, and like who you can go to with things that people who are really lonely like normally go to their partner to, and it like ruins everything. I'm just like, damn, I love my bitch. I really love my bitch. You really make my life so much better.
Bro, seriously, I love you. You could skin both of my animals and roast them slowly, and I would say, let's
she had to do
together.
It to him.
She had to do it because she wants to get closer to me. She doesn't want to compete with for my affection
obstacles
anymore.
out of my way.
No, seriously, I think what I'm realizing right now is that I'm in love with you.
I know. Thank God.
Oh wow, I feel relieved from finally admitting that to myself.
We gotta do this again sometime. We gotta do this every episode.
Cry?
You gotta take this jacket off, dude. You got me. Oh. Well, that felt good.
No, for the women that are listening, because this might relate to you more, like the relationships you have with your friends that is a depth that your romantic relationships with men hypothetically will never reach.
And men, the relationships that you have with your friends are at a level that will never be as shallow as the relationship you will have with a woman inherently.
Oh, yeah.
Ouch. Maybe not all of them. Maybe some of you guys have some real homies out there that you cry with and you tell them you love them and you wonder if you should maybe sucky.
And listen, most of you have suckied. And that's
and
okay.
We know.
I've never met a straight man in my life, actually. I've never dated a straight man in my life either, so.
Oops.
Oopsie.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
That's another element of all this. That's probably the most haunting part of this breakup for me.
You know what's the gayest thing that a man could ever do?
Eat a banana.
Yes.
And yet that's the only fruit they're able to buy. You know
that's
that there's
so
other fruit.
True.
I stole that from Ali Wong. I'm sorry.
Oh. Quick banana question. What level of ripe do you enjoy? A couple of speckles?
I like almost borderline green. Personally. I've realized that growing up in Arkansas, I ate only unripe fruits.
Oh, yeah, same with New Hampshire. It was like
I went going back home.
The strawberries were all white.
Disgusted.
Yeah.
It was nasty.
Ugh. Yeah.
Did you know that the classic like fruit banana flavor, how it kind of doesn't actually taste like a banana?
And it tastes like kind of like bubble gum.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know
Oh god.
that is based off of a banana variety that went extinct but used to exist? Bananas are having a hard time as a crop. Anyway.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
What are the men gonna do?
I'd love to have a banana tree.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a different species.
Mm-hmm.
That's no longer.
Mm-hmm.
You know that there's, okay, sans fact checkers in the back. You
different
know.
species of humans.
Well, yes.
Oh.
But different. There's a million different species of the apple.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dude, when I like volunteered at that garden the other day, I was having basically a panic attack for so many reasons, but like the guy leading the volunteering was talking about how these fruit trees, they all need 300 to 400 cold, or that's too many. It was 300 to 700 hours, not days, a year of cold weather so they can produce these enzymes that make good fruits. And I was like, I'm gonna start weeping.
Yeah.
But he said that that's why all the best apples are from Washington, because they're chilly. But I'm panicking.
Oh, that's why I was like, I thought you had a great time. You were just having like
environmental dread.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Honestly, one of my least favorite types of dread.
Yeah, it's a hard one.
It's tough.
Wow, we didn't even get to get into fight or flight.
Oh,
we got 6 minutes left.
Give 3 to fight,
Give
3 to
three
fight.
to fight. Well, fight is gonna take 5.
Flight's gonna take none.
Flight's leaving. Okay, well, I've been wanting to talk about this, but then I've been like, no, I have to read my book about it first. And then I finally did read the book. But yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting. It's like this book is about like somatic responses to trauma in adulthood and like how you can like see in people's bodies like what their past experiences have been almost. And it talks about like with flight, a lot of times it's like a slight leaning away or the constant tendency to like leave early. And I think one of my most interesting takeaways was that when you grow up having this constant urge to either flee or fight, but you're unable to meet that need, or that response is like unmet in your body, you still like basically produce all of the same hormones that response would like that would cause you to flee. In my case, like I was constantly like in my like childhood home, like constantly wanting to leave, but I couldn't because I was a kid. And so she talks about how those like processes like need to like be lived out through the body like as you get older. And so that's why for me, I'm coming out of it now, which is nice, but real tendency to leave any situation early. And I've also been like, okay, I've had this cycle for a long time of like I move every single year, and I've just been really trying not to let myself do that this year and really experiencing the feelings of just like dread of routine and like really wanting the chaos the side project, the newness of just like leaving, and trying to just sit through that and let it be. Anyway, fight similar, but the opposite, you know.
Same but different. Yeah, I mean, I resonate with the like wanting to leave the house but not being able to, but I also was like scared, I guess, to leave the house, and like not having agency as a child manifests in you forever after that, I feel like, and we're all trying to like play catch up from the lack of agency. I think a part of the reason why I'm so fight rather than flight is because of my relationship with my mom. Like, she's so like, and just like saying goodbye to family members, it would be like when you first start saying goodbye, we're there for another hour and a half. Like, it's so that being such a big part of like my culture in my home growing up, I feel like that has definitely stuck with me. And just like scarcity mindset, like this could be the last day of all of our lives, like let's just fucking soak it up, soak each other up as much as you can. Like, I don't know, I think it has to do with that. And when it comes to like actually receiving some sort of real threat or danger or something, I am so fight, because there have been times where I fawned and I'm like trying to make up for those times. So I'm like overcompensating and being like a fucking, you know, overcompensating for fawning, I guess. Yeah.
I am an appeaser and a fawner to my core, because that is like, yeah, just so how I survived childhood and like was forced to be. And so I feel like I'm growing out of that, but that habit is really hard to break for me. It is like my default mode, especially with like scary men.
I was like that until puberty, and like my first like being received differently because my body was changing. And then I said, time to
protect myself.
Yeah. And like the best way that I feel like the best way with results that I have experienced to protect myself is like fighting. But maybe some of those times could have been dealt with better by flighting. But I don't know. It's so hard. It's hard.
It's hard, and people do blame themselves looking back at those responses, because it, like, especially like one example they gave in the book, especially is like when men flee situations, they like are like, well, that defied like everything I've been told that I am supposed to be as a man. But it's like, just remember, for both of us and for all you listeners out there, that trauma responses are subconscious. They are not within your control at all. They are your body's like natural, immediate, protective responses to a situation, and they're meant to keep you safe and to save you. So it's hard to it's hard to accept those things about ourselves, but really it's out of our control, and it doesn't make you a lesser person.
Yeah, it's out of our control. And like, what are we gonna be mad at the brain for protecting us?
Yeah,
like, no, that's wasted fodder.
Yeah, going back home was,
oh my god, we didn't even get into that.
Yeah, we didn't get into so much.
Yeah, Sidney just did a silent retreat.
I did just do a silent retreat with my mom, which was a trip.
Who wouldn't shut the hell up? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god, she's so cute. Yeah, we woke up on the last day, 5 a.m., about to go to the final meditation. I'm like, surely my mom is not going to interrupt my peace and silence. We only have a few hours left of silence. Like, the alarm goes off. She's like, I just have to say. I'm like, oh god, because we're literally sharing a room. She was like, that yoga class yesterday made me so sore. And I was like, Mom, you did not have to say that.
Yeah, the anxiety, some people really do have verbal anxiety, which I kind of do.
Oh, my poor mother. Yeah, it was fucking weird being home. I was just like, I normally find so much comfort in the fact that my home never really changes, because it's like it just is not a place that changes. And at this point in time, I just think I've been through so many changes this year that going back, that was a bit confronting. I was like, oh, this place is the same and I'm not, and how do I deal with that? And how do I see my parents now? And blah, blah, blah. Anyway, my relationship to my father feels like I am writing an ethnography. You know what I mean? Like, I'm studying an entirely different culture that I am not part of.
I hate to be crass.
My dad.
I do not like that guy. I don't think that we would get along.
You really wouldn't.
But you and my dad, dating.
Married. Oh my God. Okay. Well, anything else in closing, babes?
I can't wait to start our lives together.
Oh my God.
Again.
Let's run away. Oh yeah, and last thing I'll say is that I was really spiraling when I was at home. And thanks for bearing with me while I was openly spiraling about what the hell this podcast is and what it's becoming. And guys, we're figuring that out right now.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Sid said it's time to abort. It's time to throw this in the trash. Flush it now. And I said, okay, give me 37 minutes to mourn and I'm down. And I'm glad that we have, decided not to do that.
Me too.
And we're in this stew right now. But maybe we will. Okay, so soak it up while it lasts and
don't
make
take us
this
for
shit
granted.
pop off, okay? or we'll
abort
truly
you.
be offline forever. Okay, wait. Did you know that?
I need to know.
Okay, when humans are decapitated, they can it's like a chicken being decapitated.
Oh yeah. 20 full minutes.
I want to tell you something you don't already know.
You can't. You just can't.
That's sexy.
Okay.
All right.
We're offline.
We're offline.
Are you sure you want to post that?